What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Echocalypse video. Alright guys, we have the brand new banner announcement for limited characters. Looks like we have, what, 2 days left for, I believe, Aiken, maybe 3? And we have been announced with Levia coming out, who is the kingpin of the Empire's religious apparatus. You guys all probably know who she is right now. She's the hosting couple different things here that make her pretty unique. Sea Beast Leviathan is where the case prototype is, and also her quote is, I'm Levia, remember to call me your majesty or your ladyship, or I'll make things very hard for you. Yeah, I bet you would. Okay, so that is what's going to come out. Now, I want to actually go over the character. So remember, this is going to be the C version of the character, and we're going to compare and just kind of talk about her and see what she's all about, and just again, they may buff her or nerf her depending on what they decide to do. But overall, some characters remain pretty much the same, and we can at least have a look and see what she's all about and whether she is going to be worth it for you to summon for. Now, I know on the tier list she is fairly top tier, especially early on in the game, so people will probably at least pull to get one copy. Not to mention she'll probably have a couple links that you want to get. But overall, let's take a look at the character and see what she brings to the table and to your team, and if she's going to be worthwhile going for. Okay, so let me just find her here first. Where did I probably missed her. Hold on. Levia. Let's see. LLL. Where are you? There we are. Hard to miss, but for some odd reason I do. Okay, so first off, Rage Recovery. Okay, so I'm going to make this clear. Her and Audrey share a very similar role. I think Audrey's still a much better character, but I'm still going to go over this and explain to you guys what she's all about. Now, remember, this is in the C version and can for sure change depending on what you plan to do and how you plan to use her, okay? So you guys can see here, Rage Recovery, HP, Armor, Attack, Resistance, Artifice. If you have these ones right here, unlock a first start, hit rate, damage bonus, block rate, block strength, pierce rate, crit resistance, and dodge rate. Here you can see Artifice, initial rage +1, attack, and then Levia unleashes a blazing light at the start of the battle. She gains 2 rage, which is very important for her, by the way, at tier 2. And then you can see her tier 4, unleashes a blaze of light at the start of the battle. She gains 2 rage. When retreating, she has a 50% chance to cast her skill one more time on herself. And then here at tier 6, she has the chance to cast it one more time again, and then etc. It goes up. Now, I don't believe we can go higher than this currently, so I'm going to stop there. And her links are as follows, okay? So some of these links won't be available for you. Actually, no, they should be available. Vivi, Audrey, to have the 25% HP. Beam, Niz. So Beam gives the resistance, Niz gives the attack. And this character here, Tesea, we don't actually have. So this character is probably going to be missing on our list. We may get it included in the future. So currently we have 1, 2, 3 links that we can take advantage of with her, okay? So let's go over her skills now. Let's talk a little bit about what she does and why she's a pretty damn good character. So first off, Levia sends down the Retribution of Augustus, dealing 88% magic damage to a single row of enemies. There's a 20% chance to restore 2 rage for herself. So this is going to be pretty big. It's very similar to how Aiken works, right? Having a chance to restore rage by doing this move. Same thing, single enemy row, just like Aiken, except it's magic damage through a healer and rage recoverer, right? Or I guess she's not a healer, but a rage recoverer. So you can see here, as you increase, it goes up to 30%, and then lastly 50% chance, all right? Her special here deals heavy magic damage to all enemies. There's a 50% chance to restore 2 rage for another allied row, okay? The difference here, of course, versus Audrey's percentage is the same when you start, 50%. The difference is this actually does damage while the other one does not, and this one actually provides it to another allied row. So I don't know if it's random. I haven't actually had a chance to really use her at all, but it's available there, and it does go all the way up to 100%, just like Audrey's does. The difference here, of course, then is the next active. So you can see here when you get up to, what is it, 4? Yeah, 4. She does something else called Radiance. Radiance to the target allied row for 2 rounds. The next active attack deals 5% more damage. This effect can stack. So she can do this multiple times. And then you can see here, as it increases, it goes all the way up to 20% more damage. So this gives her not only the utility of rage, but also now makes her a damage buffer. Now the difference, of course, with Audrey is Audrey does a regen versus this, right? So there's 2 different things going on here between the characters. But this is something that you absolutely would want if you are going to push her. She's definitely not a whale character because you can use her at 0 stars, but she does up the ante quite a bit when you get her to 7. So a lot of whales will be using her and Audrey probably in tandem and just have insane amount of rage going. Yeah, it's a lot of angry whales going on, okay? And then her passive. So let's talk about that. Levia unleashes a blaze of light. At the start of the battle, she gains 2 rage. Now, this is important, right? Because this 2 rage doesn't allow her to do the special right from the start. So you want this right here, the tier 4 and tier 6, to matter more because then she has a chance to do it again, allowing her to get full rage. So that's going to be the important part. So that's where kind of Audrey has the advantage over her, is the fact that she starts a full rage, right? And she does the skills right away, giving the back row the rage that they're looking for. So it's different between back row versus a random row. So with Levia, she could do front or back, it looks like, right? So we're going to take a look and see what Audrey's descriptions are to make sure that they're kind of the same, and then that the wording is similar. Because if the wording is similar, then we kind of assume that in global, it may be the same as what Levia's is, or how Audrey's is, sorry. But I want to see what Audrey says. Let's see if she says another allied row. Because again, the descriptions are different, right? There she is. So if you look here, no, so you can see here, it says exactly what it does in global. So she does give back row allies regen and rage. So that's the difference there, guys, right? So and you can see here as well, for the 7 stars, there's a 100% chance to add 2 rage for all targets in the back row and grants 40% crit to the target with the highest attack. So a little bit different, right? Crit rate versus damage. And damage to anyone who gets that rage buff. So that's where Levia kind of has the advantage, in my opinion. The crit rate's nice, but eventually you're going to cap a crit rate, right? Depending on the character, especially. Some characters can already be at 100% crit rate, and what you're looking for is more of a damage output. So Levia does, in fact, give you guys a little bit more damage. Damage buff, I should say. And of course, right here, you guys can see her, like, Audrey does a silence while Levia gives herself 2 rage. So in that regard, she is better for her active attack. Excuse me. The special attack is very similar. Again, I believe that the regen is nice, but I would take Levia's damage output a little bit more. And of course, again, it's not just back row for her, because if we go back to the wording again, and this is very important, guys. I just want to I'm going back to this for a reason, right? There we go. There's a 50% chance to restore 2 rage for another allied row. So the other allied row, I wonder if it's the opposite row that she's in. So if you have her in the back and she gets the regen from Audrey, keep her in the back and she'll give the rage to the front allies, right? So you're constantly going back and forth between each other and getting rage. So I think Audrey and Levia are going to be a really, really, really good combination, because not only if you're going to whale, you're going to get that damage bonus, but also at the same time giving each other constant rage and giving your allies constant rage is going to keep you guys doing specials and destroying things like crazy. So I do think she's going to be a big part of the game, and I do think a lot of people are going to be pulling for her. Is she worth it? Absolutely. Having her with Audrey, probably a pretty good idea as well too. For whales, I know you guys are all going to go in, but just remember, we don't have to sign up for her link, so she won't have the full link up front. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let's see what happens with Global. I'm just giving you guys what she looks like here, but at least we have a general sense of what she's all about and what to expect when she drops. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.